At On the Border, we're all about fun and hard work. We want everyone to have a great time safely. That's what this video is all about. You see, we have a responsibility to everyone at On the Border that the environment is fun and safe. One aspect of this is safe alcohol service. We serve alcohol, and it's our responsibility to do it responsibly. We want our guests to enjoy themselves. However, we must be aware of their consumption both before and while they are on the premises. Remember, fun and safe. At On the Border, our policies are: we will not knowingly serve alcohol to an obviously intoxicated or underage guest. We will offer alternatives to alcohol. We will create an atmosphere to promote responsible drinking, and we will make a reasonable attempt to prevent obviously intoxicated guests from driving. We also have the responsibility to make sure the safety of our guests is met and not let them pass their limit. Know the level of alcohol we serve our guests and never overserve them. Anytime you feel a guest has had too much to drink, immediately alert a manager and stop serving them. All team members will carefully check identification of anyone who appears to be under 30 years of age. At no time will you serve alcohol to anyone under the age of 21. This includes parents or adults ordering alcohol for a minor, even if the minor is in the company of his or her parents. There are only 3 types of acceptable identification: a state-issued valid driver's license, a government-issued valid passport, and a state-issued ID card. Identification cannot be expired and must include a picture to be considered valid. Use caution when checking ID. Some versions may be fake. If you are unsure if the ID is valid, ask your manager. These IDs are not acceptable. College or student ID cards, even if they contain a date of birth, they are unacceptable. Any identification card not issued by a state or federal government agency, birth certificates, or Social Security cards. Team members should carefully check the identification to determine if it's acceptable and authentic. If the ID appears fake, proceed to take their drink order and alert the manager. The manager will visit with the guest and let you know whether or not to serve the alcoholic beverage. We will not knowingly serve alcohol to guests that have arrived intoxicated or become intoxicated in our restaurants. It's important that you will be able to recognize signs of intoxication. If you see any of these behaviors, take the order, but do not make the drink or serve the guest. Get a manager involved. The manager will talk to the guest and let you know the next steps. Once a guest starts to consume alcohol, intoxication starts to seep in, and the only way to slow down the intoxication is to reduce the rate of absorption. Rate of absorption is how long it takes for the alcohol to be processed in the bloodstream. It's different for everyone. Keep in mind, caffeine has no effects against the alcohol. The alcohol is a depressant and will make the person tired. Caffeine will only make them awake, but still intoxicated. Be aware of how many drinks are served to each guest. If you notice that a guest is starting to get intoxicated, it's time to get involved. Respectfully, of course. If a guest consumes 3 drinks within 1 hour, consult with a manager. A manager must check in with the guest to observe his or her behavior for signs of intoxication. Additional drinks may be served with a manager's approval, with few exceptions like a beer with a shot or meltdown. Avoid serving a guest 2 full drinks at once. Always remain professional, courteous, and calm. Remember, the manager is responsible for cutting off guests and notifying the guest that the decision has been made to stop service. The manager will remove any alcoholic beverage, arrange an immediate safe ride with another guest in the party, or by calling for an alternative transportation. Hourly team members and managers are never allowed to drive an intoxicated guest home. If an intoxicated guest insists on driving after all other offers for alternate transportation have been declined, inform the guest that the police will be notified. Never follow an intoxicated guest to their vehicle. Look out the window for a vehicle description, make, model, color, license plate, direction of travel. Always follow all local and state guidelines related to the sale and service of alcohol. Remember, we want to provide our guests with an experience to remember, and we also want to ensure their safety. Always check IDs, learn to spot the signs of intoxication, and never serve an intoxicated guest. Fun and safe. At On the Border, that's our goal.